Let's go. Okay. Like drafting more than playing. I like both. Okay. So let's take a second, breathe. The knight is okay. I had this played against me recently where my opponent's turn was turn 2 drill, the little 2/1 drill master knight, you know. Turn 3 was something. Turn 4 was a the cavalry turn where he summons the 2/2/2 knights, and then turn 5 was valiant knight. Turn 6 was mimic the valiant knight, and then he just had like 6 knights on the board, which all of them gained double strike each turn and just totally blew me out of the water. So this card is okay. It's a 3/4 for 4. The stats are all right. Its a bonus is actually pretty relevant if you get 5 mana for it. It's not bad. The Pegasus Courser is totally decent. Lightning Strike is decent, but I really don't like red in this draft. Psychic Corrosion is decent, but not great. I lean towards, out of these, I lean towards the Knight, but I could be talked into the Courser. Courser maybe is more reliable than the Knight. It's kind of hard to pick the Courser over the Knight, though. It's not like we're going to get a lot of Knight synergy, but I suppose it's possible this early. Let's grab it and see. Okay, switcheroo, declare dominance, both really strong. There's a Knight in our color with some synergy. Salvager's decent but slow. Rejuvenator's decent. I like switcheroo. I also like the Drill Master and not having to choose a second color yet. I like Declare Dominance too. I don't know. I mean, we could try to do the Knight is okay. I don't know if I would normally even be considering this pick, except that we have Valiant Knight there. The rare's gone in this pack. Yeah. This card is really good, but it's a deck that I don't know if this card fits in yet. I think I'm going to hedge by taking the more powerful card. Okay. What do we have here? We've got a Scholar of Stars, a Strangling Spores, the Gearsmith Guardian, the Dwarven Priest, and the Wind Mage, and the Falcon are all decent here. Will the Knight come back? Maybe. Maybe not. Is Dominaria Draft fun? Yeah, it is. We'll probably be doing some of those today, since that starts in about an hour, and I haven't played that in a while. I look at this. I like the Priest. I like the Wind Mage. Falcon's okay, but I don't think it's good this early. I could take Strangling Spores, pick up a third color. Don't have to play any of those colors. It's not worth a bird yet. It's too early for a bird. So we have no artifacts, so Scholar of Stars has no synergy yet. So it's really between these three. I think it's too early for a Priest, so it's really between these two. I don't love a third color, but it is removal. And we're not set on any of these colors yet. So I think I might Strangling Spores. All right. No blue in this pack. 3 artifacts, 4 artifacts. None of them particularly good, although Suspicious Bookcase could be okay. Yeah, not a lot going on in this pack. I don't love the Bookcase, but it is a wall that has some upside. That's an artifact, so the zombies are okay. The Manolith is whatever, probably not playable at all. The Millstone's whatever. I think I'll take the Bookcase and not be very excited about that pack at all. All right. Also not very exciting pack. We've got an Invoke the Divine, a Trusty Pack Beast, which I like. A Rupture Spire, which I don't think is helpful here. Uncomfortable Chill if we want to go blue, but it's not a very good blue one. So we have a mediocre blue card and a mediocre white card that has artifact synergy. We do have 1 artifact. We've got a fairly decent sideboard card. Oh, Lord Solar Thief. How are the drafts going? So this is the first draft. So I don't love our opening picks so far, but it's okay. I don't really want to chill right now. I don't really want to Pack Beast right now, and I don't really want to Invoke the Divine right now. So I guess I'm probably taking Pack Beast. I think Rupture Spire as an option. I feel like this land is very hard to play. It's like a tap land that not only taps but costs you 1. So you can't play it on 1. You have to play it on 2, 3, or 4. I'm really not excited about that card. I think I pack Beast and invoke soon. Let's grab Pack Beast. Okay. We've got an Artificer. No synergy yet. Makes our bookcase, which is a defender, stronger. But it is a body for 4 in colors that we're playing, and it's better than everything else. So I'll take that. Another wall. 2-headed zombie if we end up in black. Uncomfortable chill if we end up in blue. A mighty leap as a decent white combat trick. The only color none of these cards are worth playing right now. I guess we have some artifact synergy over here with white. 2 artifact synergy cards. Leap's okay. It's just not great. It's a mediocre combat trick. I don't really want uncomfortable chill, and I don't really want to pick up 2-headed zombies. I like 2-headed zombies, but not enough to pick them. Grab a leap and not feel good about it. We can get a field creeper as artifact synergy. Nothing else here makes any sense whatsoever. Got a chaplain versus a sea serpent. Chaplain's okay. A lot of green cards running around. I'm not even sure we're in blue or black. Pledge isn't really playable. I think it's Chaplain and feel really shitty. Okay, this deck is not coming along very well at all. We'll grab the Epicure here. Mind Rot versus Falcon. Take the Falcon. 2-headed zombie versus Trumpet Blast versus Walking Corpse. Take a Naturalize. Take a Smelt. Take a Ghost Form. Okay, there's a mediocre sword. Pretty solid artifact for drawing. Got another Artificer. We've got a draw card for blue. And we have an Omen Speaker. Oh, we do have Night Synergy. Did forget about the Night Synergy part of that. That makes it a little bit better. I'm probably taking Artifact regardless. I don't know. I guess we could play that. I think the Night Synergy makes it a lot better than I was thinking about, for sure. Grab that sword. All right. Bugler, Courser, Snapping Drake. Not necessarily blue yet. Pretty much, I was gonna say all of our creatures are summoned by 2, but that's not quite true. Bugler has a lot of value. Sword gives vigilance, right? No, it just, yes, it does. Good land fix. I think the Courser is way better than Forsaken Sanctuary. You can take that pretty happily. Lol, he has no clue how good that card is. Card's not that great. Get over it. So, lol, I missed the synergy. Yep. It's between Courser and Bugler. I like Bugler, but I think Courser's probably better. Just the card efficiency out of that's pretty damn good. But I want to hit them in the air, potentially, if I can. So I'm going to grab the Courser, especially with the weapon that equips. All right, Gallant Cav with the Night Synergy, Pridemate as a growth effect. We don't have a lot of life gain yet, but we could fix that. Drill Master, also Night Synergy. If we end up with black, Rise from the Grave is decent. If we end up with blue, Surge Mare is decent. Bloodletter is also decent. The comment the person made, Holy Mother, was about the sword. He's overvaluing the sword as a thing. It's okay. It's just so easy to block the 2/2 that's summoned by it. So, anyways. I'm probably taking the Gallant Cav here as a solid 4 with double Night Synergy. It's not a 2-drop. So, I'm going to grab that. I don't know. Pridemate tends to be a bomb in this format as black-white. But we don't really have any life gain effects yet, and I'm not actually convinced we're in black yet. So It's hard to pass that up. This is a common. This might be around again. If we get any of the life gain effects that we can do per turn, this card becomes pretty ridiculous. Even a couple, to make that like a 4-4 or a 5-5. If we get like 2 or 3, makes pretty damn good. Yeah, we just had the chaplain. It's a little bit, it's not there yet, and we already have this synergy, so maybe we'll just stick with the safe synergy, but it's close for me. I think I'll grab the Gallant Cav. Knight of the Tusk. He's a knight. He's got that going for him. Inspired Charge, Rustwing Falcon. Inspired Charge actually isn't terrible in this deck, maybe. Start getting fairly wide with it. I don't know if it's worth picking up over just a creature. I think the Knight of the Tusk will come around again. So, yeah, no, I get the synergy with Inspired Charge. Remember, we've got to draw this card, and it's one card out of our entire deck. And, I mean, how many drafts have we played where we have, like, our 1 or 2 bomb cards and we just never see them? So, the other 75%, 80% of the time where you don't get your sword on a reasonable time, what are you doing with your deck? Are you sitting with Inspired Charge in your hand, or would you like a creature you can play? So, I'm not super excited about the Ghoul. I think if we're playing black, which we probably are right now, we're playing slow black, like we're not having a lot of black mana in the deck, which probably means we're not playing Ghoul on turn 1. Same argument with the Dissenter. So I'm probably grabbing one of these here. Card comes around a hell of a lot. I'll grab the Charge, but I'm not super excited about that pick. Chaplain versus Apparatus versus Hired Blade versus Mind Rot. These are some terrible fucking picks. All right, we'll take another Chaplain. Drill Master versus Make a Stand versus another Chaplain. Got Knight synergy here with some actual ability to attack on the ground. Make a Stand's kind of an annoying one. It's really expensive. It's good for wide, and we are looking pretty wide right now. But we just picked up a wide charging effect. So I think I'm going to take the Drill Master as a playable 2 on like turn 3 or 4, right? Second Epic here. Over second Mighty Leap. Yeah, it's tough. I guess second Epic here is okay. Second Mighty Leap's okay too. Neither of them are very exciting for me. I guess if I want a black card, having it late would be great. Invoke the Divine versus Magic's Scepter. Take Invoke the Divine. It's a sideboard card that's fairly solid versus some decks. Knight of the Tusk, Revitalize, and a second Invoke the Divine. I don't even mind a second Invoke the Divine. It's also Scholar of Stars. We now have a fair number of artifacts, although likely some of these artifacts don't see play. I'm probably grabbing the Invoke the Divine. Could take the Knight of the Tusk. I'm kind of expecting the other Knight of the Tusk to come around, though. I think I prefer the second Invoke the Divine to the Knight of the Tusk. I mean, it has synergy with our deck. The Knight stuff again, right? A little bit. Knight of the Tusk does very well with the sword. It makes him a 5/7 attacker, which already has Vigilance, so there's some stuff that doesn't stack there, but I think I'm grabbing a second Invoke. I don't know. Let's get our first Knight of the Tusk. Hopefully get a second Invoke coming around. All right, Revitalize, Forsaken Sanctuary, or Macabre Waltz. Do we have creatures that we care about recurring? We don't have a lot of on cast effects. I guess we have our Knight and our Courser are ones I care about getting back again. I wouldn't mind the dual land, especially since we don't really want to run a bunch of black sources. No, the sword is +2. That makes him a 5/7. Yes, if... Wow, are you really? All right, Chrono. Well, I'm glad you're excited, man. But think about this. The odds of us getting both of our bombs and then having the Knight out and not having already won the game. I kind of like Waltz here. I'm a bit worried about our value, but again, I don't really want to play a bunch of black lands in this deck with 5 black cards, so maybe we'll grab the Sanctuary. Revitalize, Child of Night. None of these are playable, really. Wall of Mist. I don't think we're playing blue at this point. I don't want a 2-drop. That's black. I don't want a fucking Infectious Horror either. I'll take the Revitalize, but we're not playing it. There's my second Knight of the Tusk or my second Falcon. Or a Mind Rot. I wish I'd taken the second removal. I mean, we might just win with Knight of the Tusk here. Like, this deck is looking like mono white with very, very weak black removal. And just chipping away at them at the ground. So I'm kind of leaning towards the second Knight of the Tusk here. Maybe if we picked up an Axe, the Falcon could be good. There's got to be another Knight of the Tusk, right? Those things are like a dime a dozen and no one ever drafts them. Same with Falcons, though. Do I want a second Falcon? I guess. Sure, we'll pick that card. We're never going to play it. Sovereign's Bite's not getting played, and Scholar's not getting played. All right, let me just grab these out. Revitalize. Sovereign's Bite. Stitcher's Supplier. All right. Got a Gravedigger for some recursion. Got an Arcane Encyclopedia. Got a Marauder's Axe. There's another Knight of the Tusk, but I don't really want it. I think Gravedigger's pretty value here. I think Arcane Encyclopedia is pretty value here too. I guess we have a little bit of a late game mana sink in terms of the Knight and in terms of moving the sword around. It's not super exciting. I like the recursion though. All right, Gargoyle Sentinel, another Knight Drillmaster. Take Vengeance as kind of bad removal, but what do we do versus flyers right now? We just hope they stop attacking us. So we could try to get a 3/3 blocker for flyers. Cost us mana to do that. Or we can take a Take Vengeance. I think I'm going to take the Take Vengeance here. I don't like it as removal, but we're really, really short in removal. Fountain of Renewal versus Luminous Bonds versus another Take Vengeance versus a Sky Scanner. Those are all great for us. I love Fountain of Renewal. We have 2 Epicures. It does represent another win condition, but I don't think I can take it over Luminous Bonds. I don't think I can take it over Luminous Bonds. I think Luminous Bonds is too strong for us. So I would love to take the Fountain though, don't get me wrong. Stag is phenomenal for this deck. Let's grab a Stag and be really happy about it. Triple black mana Lich. Knight's Pledge, Colossal Majesty. I don't want these cards. I don't think we're ever going to have double black. Maybe Knight's Pledge gets us somewhere, but God, drafting a Knight's Pledge at like my 3rd or 4th pick out of a pack makes me totally nauseous. We have a lot of artifacts. We have 3 artifacts, probably 2 of which we're not playing. So maybe we'll play. I mean, I guess maybe we play Suspicious Bookcase in this deck because having an unblockable effect for this slow of a deck on ground seems okay. Yeah, we can't play Lich. I'm not even considering Lich. I don't want any of these cards. I'm going to take Pledge, but I can't see it getting play. This is the same pack again. A bunch of unplayables. I'm going to take Infernal Scarring, but we're not playing it. Pack Beast for more recursion. I guess if we're playing the Sigiled Sword and that's how we're going to win, that's how we're going to win. Could use another 3-drop anyways. I'm going to take the Pack Beast. God, is it just me or does this whole entire draft just been full of total garbage? Taking the Mind Rot. I'm probably gonna main deck it too. Second Inspired Charge, second Knight of the Tusk, or second Invoke the Divine. Probably playing second Knight of the Tusk because I think this is actually now one of our win conditions. All right. Third Knight of the Tusk, second Mind Rot, second Infernal Scarring. Yeah, I don't really want a third Knight of the Tusk. I think I've taken second Mind Rot. I might 2 Mind Rot in this deck. Wow, okay. More cards we can't play. Third Mind Rot versus Rustwing's Falcon. I already have 2 Falcons. I already have 2 Mind Rots. I don't want a third of either. I don't think either makes the deck. I don't know about Tilted, guys. I mean, am I wrong here? Am I missing things? Have we been offered really good cards and I just totally missed it? I think too early to be calling that Tilted. Just kind of surprised at how low quality the creatures that we're picking up. Pick the big dude. Make up a second pledge. Okay. Sure. Let's look at our deck. Triple Rustwing Falcon. Double Knight's Pledge. Okay. Like it. All right, what are we looking at? We're looking at 7 too many playables right now. So the Epicures have very little synergy with this deck. Zombie actually has a little bit of synergy. The Artificer is just a 3/3 for 4 that triggers off of Bookcase and potentially our little Field Creeper. And our Sword, but we're never making our Sword. Sword can't be, it's not a creature anyways, right? So this is only artifact creatures. So how do I feel about that synergy? Not at all good. Do I want more than 2? Do I want 3 Falcons? Maybe. I mean, we could try the Infernal Scarring Falcon plan. I don't know about Knight's Pledge. I think I'd rather Scarring on the... I'm not sure that a 3/4 I guess is better than a 3/2 flyer, but I don't know, man. I don't know, guys. All right. Artificer seems weak in this deck right now. These are all fairly good. Two-headed zombies decent. Inspired Charge is fine. Got triple Falcons. Strangling Spores is one of our 2 pieces of removal. 3 if you count Take Vengeance. I like the Mind Rots. Mighty Elite doesn't seem to do a lot for me in this deck. I can't imagine playing all of the Infernal Scarrings. I think Bookcase might be a win condition for us. Don't have lots of sources of life gain. The Epicures lose some value. They are 4/4s for 5, which is nothing. Huh. 7 cards. If I just start cutting, I see Mind Rots. These are just 3 drops. I see Bookcase. I see Epicure. Probably too many 4s here. All of our 4s are good though. That's useful, 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 useful. Maybe you could argue about Gravedigger, but I don't think so. Drop the Epicures, possibly. I mean, we are kind of all in on this Falcon plus Knight's Pledge plan. Do we want to all in? I mean, the Infernal Scarring is like, my Falcon's gonna get removed. I would like to get some cards back about it. It also has synergy with our chaplains. I am very unexcited about 4 auras. Two more. I don't think I'm getting rid of any Falcons with the sword plus the enchants. I think they're actually gonna win us games. You don't like Inspired Charge? I don't know. Inspired Charge synergy with Falcons, with Sword, with Cav, with Stag, with Chaplains. I think Inspired Charge has some serious synergy with this deck. What are our creatures like? 16 creatures right now. Still need 2 cards out. Surely it's got to be some of these enchants. 4 enchants is a lot. 4 auras. Handful of auras and no creatures. 16 creatures. It's a pretty good number. Do I need Knight of the Tusk? Kinda. I don't think cutting a land helps us. I think cutting a land is almost always wrong. One of the pack beasts. Yeah, maybe. One more. Maybe 1 aura. Do you guys like less? The Knight's Pledge or the Infernal Scarring? I've never really played either. I suspect they're both terrible. Guess I'll drop an Infernal Scarring. Okay. I'm glad you're enjoying it, Drokapa. I mean, I don't really love the second Infernal Scarring either, since black mana early is a worry for me. We're running 3 black cards and they're super late. Let's drop the other Infernal Scarring as probably unplayable. Go a little bit less all in on the enchantment aura shit. Maybe we throw in 1 epic here to get a 5. Could get that pack beast back in instead of an epic here, but right now we've got 1s, fair number of 2s, couple 3s, not a lot of 3s actually. Could use 1 more 3, 4s, 5 and 6. Mind Rot in. I don't mind Mind Rot. I also don't mind it as a sideboard. Let's try this. We need to fix mana. This is 14 sources of white mana. I might be able to get away with 11. 12, I guess. I want to be able to play that regularly. So what does this book for? 11. Means 1 in every, what, 3 cards in our deck? Almost 1 in every 4, I guess, is probably the better, is a plains. So on an average of like 6 or 7 cards, we're almost always drawing 1 on average. I think that's fine. So Epicure versus Pack Beast is worth thinking about. Well, 4 seems better. I don't know. I want my black mana on 4 regularly. Bog Stomper might be better than the second Knight test. Bog Stomper is double black. And presumably with all of our creatures, I mean the Falcons are not ground creatures, but I was thinking we'd probably smash through in the ground to clear it out for the Knight of the Tusk. I'm going to try this. We can maybe tweak the mana if we're not getting reliable Falcon hands. What do you guys think? Think we can get 3 wins out of this? I think we can get 3 wins out of this. All right. What do we call this? Well, first of all, we've gotta change this up. Okay. All right. Pecked to Death is the name of this